It's week 5 of the 2025 season, and coming up, it's two teams who made their NFL debuts together back in 1976. It's the Bucs and the Seahawks, next on EA Sports.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had it.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're underway from Seattle. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying with Walker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24. That's incomplete left side.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Myers' kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. His return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And they'll They'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 6 coming up here. Receiver in motion, headed right. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They'll come up first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They put a receiver in motion right. First down, here's Baker. That's caught, it's Cade Otton. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Godwin, the man in motion left. Mayfield on first and 10. Finds his man, it's Godwin. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. They send a receiver in motion right. Baker throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. White trying this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. Has it in close. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Buccaneers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Throwing here, Darnold. That one's complete, right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Walker on second. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 33. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught, Cooper Kupp makes the play. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys.
Todd Bowles did not like what he saw, and he's thrown the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Buccaneers 16-yard line.
Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up third and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
To throw, here's Darnold. This gets the first and more. Touchdown, Seattle! So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Bit off with his aim, but that point after is good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Up the middle, here goes White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have third and 2. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've got third and 2 to start out. Baker now from the gun. to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Walker on 1st down. Jukes one defender, and he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hold him up after a short carry to the 44. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Running back, motioning right. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. He's looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And now they face 2nd down. Irvin here from the gun. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Here's the give to Irving. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Mayfield now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Irving on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Now a give to Charbonnet, coming right. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the carry, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Darnold now to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. But with how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This one returned for 11 yards. And they're going to take over possession. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. And it's the Buccaneers facing 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he got free. Escapes the pocket. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Working inside the red zone. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. This one's taken in by Otten. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Baker now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. We've arrived at the break, and what a 2nd half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now from the extreme northwest to the extreme southeast, we're going to head down to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with our buddy, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where 5 quarters couldn't decide a winner. This one ends in a tie. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Devon Achane, 98 yards there on the ground. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play
now
could
he's
turn out
to kick this
to be
one
the
away.
difference.
Has this at the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Baker. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, a run for White. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fielded at the 11. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And it'll be Seahawks football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go with Walker here. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Staying with Walker. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Yaya Diaby brings him down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10, it's Mayfield. He's on the move. He can run it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Irving. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. Buys time, rolling right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. They give to Irving, left side. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finds a man, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They bring their tight end left. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go, it's 2nd down. Godwin sent in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. That won't be caught outright, it's incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Mayfield will look to throw. Hauled in by Godwin. And they take him down right along the 30.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. The throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now.
Just 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and the Seahawks will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Walker now from the gun, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
On second down, a run with Charbonnet, and he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the third.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll run this with Irving. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields it cleanly. Juke the defender. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. He picks up 16 on the good return, and it's going to be their football coming up. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
From midfield on 2nd down. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Darnold looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 42. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilize it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
They send the tight end in motion. Irving here from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Once again, Irving breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's the give to Irving. Dukes out a 1-stop. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Irving on the inside give. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Baker now from the gun. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, We need a big drive from you guys right here, and sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And it just feels like he's been fighting uphill since this one kicked off today, doesn't it? The mistakes just canceling out a lot of what he's been able to do offensively on the positive end of things. This defense, man, they have seized on the mistakes and made life difficult. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running with Walker again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Now Darnold gets this one to Charbonnet. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Charbonnet now up the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Here he goes on the bootleg. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian is in with the INT. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 13.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
30-yard line.
On the draw, it's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him.
It's 3rd and 9.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Darnold now to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
And that's good for another Seahawks.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
The tackle by Elijah Casey.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pass complete to Walker. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks 14 points back. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Throwing here, Darnold. He'll get this to Cup. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 5 for him after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard run. Wow, that leaves him just a yard short on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
We always call it the best formation in football, Brock. They're going to line up to take that knee and run out some clock. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as we say so long from Seattle.